right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. The prejudging for the Europa Spain men's open bodybuilding portion of the show just wrapped up. And there's a lot of interesting stuff that happened at this show. The primary thing I want to start this video out with is Roelly Winklaar. The big question that everybody wanted answered was, would Roelly be able to make enough improvements between Chicago and this show to win the show, A, and to get to the Olympia, B? Because again, this show, first and second place, are both going to the Olympia. So all Roelly would need to do would be get second here. I think there's no question in my mind that he will at least get the Olympia qualification here. Now, the answer to the other question, did he improve enough between Chicago and this show? In my opinion, Roelly looked 1,000 times better at this show than Chicago. Now, take that with a grain of salt, or take that with the lighting, because I want to mention the lighting here did not do these guys any favor. So take what you're seeing on screen with a grain of salt, because I think Roelly looked a lot better than the lighting really showed. And again, we're probably going to have to see some pictures, some HD pictures with, a little bit different viewpoint on the lighting. But you guys will see when I show you guys the actual comparisons that the lighting made everybody kind of looked a little bit soft. But Roelly, from a standpoint of Chicago, I think he looked flat, downsized, and the conditioning seemed to fade for him in Chicago. Here, he looks a lot fuller, a lot rounder, but also a lot sharper. He maintains that crazy Roelly Winklaar fullness, but look at the detail in his abs. Look at the sharpness in his legs. So here we see kind of that typical Roelly Winklaar that we're used to seeing. That old school, round, full Roelly, but he brought the conditioning as well. Midsection looks great, all that. Now, the second part of this, let's go to the comparisons. The top four here, in my opinion, your top three will be Roelly, Nathan, and Vlad. Now, Nathan Asha, the other guy that came into the show, he looked incredible here as well. I was really, really impressed by Nathan here, and I think he's probably going to the Olympia too. In my opinion, 1 and 2 will be Roelly and Nathan. I think that Roelly did enough here based on what I saw at prejudging. I think that Roelly's winning the show just based on how prejudging went. But Nathan looked fantastic, so I wouldn't be surprised if at the night show Nathan is pushing Roelly. I would like to see Nathan sharpen up a little bit more. I would like to really see Nathan and Roelly both sharpen up a little bit more for the night show. I think some of the back shots, Nathan gave Roelly a real run for his money, and he looked great here too. So if Nathan is able to get second, or again, there's still a chance he might win the show, because I do believe this show is going to be between Roelly and Nathan, which a lot of people thought it would be once they saw the competitor list. Those were really the two biggest names. But the guy in the red trunks next to Roelly, Vlad, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce his last name. That guy, I don't know if it shows with the lighting, but when he did his individual routine, he brought some really, really good conditioning. I don't know if he's got as much maturity, muscle maturity or development as Nathan and Roelly have, but he looked really good too. I wouldn't be mad if he somehow worked his way into the top two, but I really think this competition is between Nathan and Roelly. They're both the biggest names in this lineup. They have the best track records. They have the best structures, and neither of them, to me, seem to be off. They both really seem to be on point. Nathan, like I said, he looked really good here. This is a really, really solid version of Nathan. I'm really happy to see that from him, especially considering all the struggles that he's gone through lately. It's good to see that he was able to overcome that and come in here and really present a pretty dominant package against one of the formerly best bodybuilders in the world in Roelly Winklaar. But again, to answer the question that I think was the main focus of this show, we wanted to see an improved version of Roelly from Chicago. We want to see Roelly get to the Olympia, more importantly, and I think we can safely say that Roelly did that. I don't think there's any chance that Roelly places outside of the top two based on what we saw here at prejudging. So I guess the other question is, will Roelly get redemption from Chicago? I think he's already done that. But redemption in the form of a victory here, I think, is what Roelly needs from a momentum standpoint going into the Arnold Classic, which he's also competing in. But I think the good news for all fans of Roelly Winklaar and all fans of bodybuilding, really, because most bodybuilding fans are, in fact, fans of Roelly, is that I think it's safe to say we will see Roelly on the Olympia stage by the time this show is all said and done. I think Roelly will be there. And Nathan, it looks to be like Nathan will be on the Olympia stage as well. based on what we've seen from Nathan here. Like I said, really dominant package from Nathan, really pushing Roelly in some of the poses, especially some of the back poses. Like I said, Nathan's got a great back. But as always, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Who is taking home this title, Nathan, Roelly, or maybe Vlad, or maybe the other guy, whose name, honestly, I'm not familiar with, but he looked great too. But that appears to be your top 4. That appears to be your first call-out. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It helps out a lot with the algorithm. The official sponsor of this video is the like button. It's free to click. It does a lot for the channel. It does a lot for the video. So make sure you smash that like button. It's completely free, and it supports the channel a ton. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power signing out.